I called them my four dogs, not because they were beasts, but because they were hunters, relentless and loyal. They tore through my enemies like wolves scattering a herd, leaving no escape. These men were more than warriors. They were the sharp edge of my empire's blade, cutting through the chaos of battle to carve my place in history. The first dog, Jebe, earned his name in 1201 in the most unexpected way. During battle, he struck my horse with an arrow. When I captured him, I asked, "Why should I let you live?" His answer was fearless. "I struck you not out of hate, but because you were my enemy. Let me serve you, and I'll do so with the same precision." His boldness won my respect. From that day, Jebe became my most trusted arrow, striking where the enemy least expected. In 1219, he led daring campaigns against the Khwarezmian Empire, traveling over 5,000 miles through Persia and into Russia, crushing armies that outnumbered his own with tactics as sharp as his aim. In 1223, at the Khalkha River, he once again turned the tide of battle, ensuring no foe could escape his reach. The second dog, Subutai, was the mastermind behind many of our greatest victories. Where others saw walls, he saw opportunities. Subutai had a mind like no other, weaving strategies that broke even the strongest fortresses. In 1223, when we faced the Russian princes at the Khalkha River, it was Subutai who devised the false retreat. A trap so perfect, it left our enemies broken and scattered. In 1231, he led campaigns deep into the heart of Europe, outmaneuvering the best Western commanders. His campaign stretched farther than any other general in history. No fortress could stand against his ingenuity, no army could outsmart his relentless planning, and no commander matched his genius. The third dog, Jelme, was my shield, my guardian, my brother in all but blood. In 1186, during one of my earliest and fiercest battles, when I lay wounded and close to death, it was Jelme who saved me. He nursed me back to health while standing guard, fending off enemies without rest. In 1201, when we were pursued into the wilderness and had nothing to eat, Jelme drew blood from his own horse to sustain me. His loyalty was a bond stronger than steel, and I entrusted him with the leadership of my keship, my personal guard. He trained the warriors who would protect not just me, but the legacy of the Mongols for generations. The fourth dog, Khubilai, was my hammer on the battlefield. Where Subutai was my mind, Khubilai was my fist. His strength and ferocity were unmatched, and his courage could stir even the most hesitant warriors into action. In 1211, before a battle against the Jin dynasty, when our men faltered at the sight of the enemy's numbers, Khubilai charged alone into their ranks, cutting them down before they could react. His name alone struck fear into the hearts of our enemies, breaking their will before the battle began. He became a force that could not be contained, leading our cavalry like a storm that shattered anything in its path. These four dogs were the hunters of my empire. When I unleashed them, there was no escape for my enemies. They did not hunt merely for land or wealth, but for the glory of the Mongol people. Each brought qualities I valued above all: Jebe's resourcefulness, Subutai's brilliance, Jelme's unbreakable loyalty, and Khubilai's unshakable courage. Together, they formed a weapon that no kingdom could withstand. Without them, the empire of Genghis Khan would have been little more than a dream.